Welcome to my Season 2 Bistless Guide. I'm going to be going over every piece of gear, why I chose it, the gems, enchants, everything so that by the end of the video you'll know exactly what to get and why to get it. So let's start with the helmet here. Just like in Season 1, you're going to want to run the two-piece in general for most Resto Shaman comps. So the two-piece you should be going for is the ringmail helm and the ringmail chest. And then you're going to want the LE shoulders and the LE gloves. And we'll be going with the PvE piece for the legs. Now, if you can't get the shoulders, if you're under 2k, or you're just not there yet, you can go with the tier 4 Resto shoulders and go with the Resto ringmail legs. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's just go down and we'll do piece by piece. So, the ringmail helm is your best helm that you're going to get. There's not really a better option. There are the engineering goggles, which are actually really good healing in mana per 5, which is like the two main stats you're going to want. The only issue with those is the stamina is way lower than the PvP one. So, due to that, I would go with this helm. And since you're getting, I'll talk about those legs in a second, but ringmail helm for sure. For neck, there is the Lord Sanguinar's claim from the eye from Kael'thas, which is great. It gives 79 healing and 7 mana per 5 and stamina and intellect. It's a great neck. The only thing is, you're getting a lot of really great PvE gear this phase that has a lot of healing, a lot of mana regen with sockets. So for the neck, I would recommend going with the PvP one just because it's already giving healing, it's already giving mana per 5. It's giving resilience, which you're going to be short on since you're going to be getting a lot of other PvE pieces, and it gives you a socket. So because of that, I would go with the PvP neck. Since you're getting two-piece, the male shoulders, the LE shoulders are a great option. Like I said before, if you're not able to get the shoulders, if you're under 2k, go for the tier shoulders. The Resto tier shoulders are your next best option. And if you get the tier shoulders, you'll get the PvP legs. But otherwise, just if you're doing a normal bis gear set, you're going to go with the merciless male shoulders. For cloak, you do have options here. You can go for the PvE cloak from Kael'thas. It's a ton of healing, good stam, good int. The only issue is there's no mana per 5, and I really value mana per 5 as a Resto Shaman. So I'm sticking with the Prince cloak, the one from Karazhan. Pretty much every Shaman who raided in Phase 1 already has this. The PvP cloak, I don't even see it. It's okay. Here it is. There's no healing PvP cloak still in Phase 2, so it's just not good. Don't recommend that. I would go with the Prince cloak for sure. Although if you do get this, it is 24 healing more than the Prince cloak. You're just trading out 7 mana per 5. So it's a personal preference thing if you value the healing over the mana per 5. But me personally, I'm putting the Prince cloak at the top. So yeah, Prince cloak there. For chest, ringmail chest. There's really no other option. There's great PvE gear. Here's the thing. There's great PvE gear pretty much everywhere in Phase 2, which is awesome. But if you want the ideal setup, it's going to be with the Sunhawk leggings. So you're going to go with the Merciless Ringmail chest. For bracers, again, you got to get your resilience where you can. And these are pretty solid. They're healing. They give spell crit instead of mana per 5, but it is what it is. Your other option is the Black Fathom Warbands from Hydros and SSC. They just don't give mana per 5. So if you're swapping out a piece of PvP gear for PvE, you're going to want the PvE piece to have the best stats you can, which is stamina, intellect, healing, and mana per 5. And this doesn't give the mana per 5, so because of that, I'm sticking with the PvP bracers. Again, you need the resil where you can get it, especially this phase. So definitely going with those. All right, for weapon, this is just the best weapon by far. Light Fathom Scepter from Lady Vosh and SSC, the last boss in there. 443 healing. And if you compare that to the Merciless Mace, it is 423. So you're gaining 20 healing. You're losing the resil, but you're gaining 11 mana per 5, which is a ton of mana per 5. And 20 int, 28 stamina compared to 21 int, 31 stamina. It's not that much of a difference. This mace is just insane. Definitely going for this. If you can't get it, if you're not raiding, then yeah, the Merciless one. But I mean, if you have a chance at getting this, definitely go for it. For shield, it's going to be the Merciless Gladiator shield. There's really not any shields in phase 2 that you're going to get. So I mean, this is just the mag shield, which doesn't give stamina. So you could definitely use this. If they're not going you, if you need mana per 5, you can definitely swap to it mid-game, because you can change your shield mid-game. Same thing with this. A lot of people already have this one from Karazhan. 8 mana per 5. But overall, in general, you're getting a ton of mana per 5 from other PvE pieces. So this is a great shield. It gives you a lot of armor. Like, compare the armor to this one, 5,200. Or to this one, 4,800. The Merciless one's giving you 5,700. And like I said before, the 27 resil, you're going to be low on resil with all the other PvE options this phase. So yeah, it's a good one. Next is the Merciless Gladiators Mail Gauntlets. These are the Ellie gloves. You want the Ellie gloves because improves the range of all shock spells by 5 yards. So that's such a good, I mean, playing without that, you'll notice it for sure. A lot of the time, you're just getting in range to shock. You really want that equipped. So Ellie gloves, there's not really another option. Let's see, for belt, this belt is, you pretty much can't get better than this. 2 sockets, 73 healing, and 10 mana per 5. It's insane. The mana per 5 is crazy. The healing, even if it didn't have any sockets, it would be the best one. Comparing to the PvP belt, it gives a lot of resil, which is good, but no mana per 5 and no sockets. That's the thing. Like, if it doesn't have a socket and this has 2, I mean, trading for sockets is pretty good for PvE gear. So just a huge belt, like by far the best belt you can get. All right, the legs. These legs are what I was talking about earlier. Sunhawk leggings are the best legs you're going to get in phase 2. By far, 108 healing, 13 mana per 5, and 3 sockets. Compare that to the Merciless legs, no sockets, 90 healing, 8 mana per 5. Spell crit, you're not a huge fan of, so I mean, even the tier legs have 3 less mana per 5, 5 less healing, and 1 socket. These give 3 socket. I mean, I don't even need to explain anymore. They're just, get these legs. Just get these legs. If you can't get the legs, you can go for the tier legs. Otherwise, though, you probably would be okay going with these. They still give mana per 5. So yeah, if you can't get the Sunhawk leggings, I would go for the Merciless probably. Could go for the tier 5 legs, but up to you. These give pretty good resil, so the Merciless legs are not bad. It's just these Sunhawk leggings are insane. Okay, boots. Tempest Strider boots, so much mana per 5. 16 mana per 5, 51 healing. Unfortunately, they don't have a socket, but neither do the PvP boots. So yeah, you actually lose, what is it, 59 healing? That is 51. You lose 8 healing going for these. But the 16 mana per 5 is just so crazy. And here's some other PvE options, but no mana per 5 on those. Also not male. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of mana per 5. 16 mana per 5 is insane. Like my mana per 5, just so for comparison, I'm at 75 mana per 5 in my phase 1 bis. And this one piece of gear gives 16. So it's crazy. All right, rings. Band of Eternity. This is from the quest. I think it's at Hygel. I'm pretty sure you can get this quest in phase 2 where you have to kill, it's for the Hygel attunement, I believe. You have to kill the last boss in SSC and the last boss in Tempest Keep, and you'll get this ring. It's basically identical to the mag ring. The only difference, I think, is that it gives you 2 more stamina. Oh, here's a mag ring right here. Oh, okay, so it's a 3 stamina and 3 intellect difference. If you have the mag ring, you'll have 3 more int. If you get this ring, you'll have 3 more stam instead. So for me, I would prefer the 3 stamina. Very minor difference. Like, it's probably not going to make any difference, but overall, I would choose the Band of Eternity. And there's finally a healing PvP ring. So, where is it? 44 healing, 5 mana per 5, Resil, stamina, intellect, pretty much everything you want. And it gives you Resil. So you could go with the PvE ring, like you could go with the mag ring, for instance, in addition to Band of Eternity. The only thing is, like I keep saying, you need to get the resilience where you can. And this is already giving healing in mana per 5, so I would go with this. You need to keep your Resil up wherever you can, so it makes most sense to go for the PvP pieces that are already giving either a socket like this, or that are giving the healing and mana per 5, and Resil. All right, for trinkets, I'm sticking with Essence of the Martyr. I still think it's insane being able to snapshot an NS Chain Lightning, being able to snapshot your healing wave, your NS healing wave, or just using this to get a snapshot Earth Shield in the middle of a game, or a snapshotted healing stream. It's just so good. Like, if your teammate's low, you need to top them, you want to be as mana efficient as you can, you just use this trinket. It is, I mean, I can't tell you how much I love this trinket. Let's see. I mean, there's just really not. I mean, there's this one that I think people might be considering. It gives 16 mana per 5, which is amazing. And I mean, I do love mana per 5. The only thing is there's no healing on it. Like, yeah, there's a chance to proc a heal over time. But, I mean, random heal over time procs are not really what you're looking for. And the 16 mana per 5, you're just already getting so much mana per 5 elsewhere. And to trade 85 flat healing with the on-use is just, I mean, feel free to try it, but not what I would recommend for Abyss list. Other trinket, obviously your PvP trinket. For relic, there's no new relics besides this one. Reduces the mana cost of healing wave, which you're not using. So yeah, it's just an upgraded from season 1, just a little more Resil. If you have the season 1 one already, where is it? Resil by 26, this is by 31. You're going to want to replace this last, for sure, if you have the Gladiator one already. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. 31 more Resil, not bad. All right, so let's talk about enchants here. It's all the same. I believe they're all the same enchants as phase 1. Let's go over them real quick. 35 healing to helmet, standard. The Exalted with Aldor shoulder enchant, the 33 healing, 4 mana per 5. this is all pretty much standard stuff. The 20 spell pen to cloak, 15 resil to chest, 30 healing to bracers, 81 healing to weapon. This one, you can go with the 12 resil or you can go with the 18 stamina. I prefer stamina overall. I think it's better than resil. The only thing is, where's the resil? 321. It's a little low. It's not that low. If you're like really low, if you're using a lot of like more PvE gear than this even, you could maybe put the resil enchant on it, but I think in general stamina is just better. You can see here, my health, my mana aren't that high, so, and I'll talk about the gems in a second. So I do think stamina is pretty solid. For glove enchant, I am going deep resto. As you can see here, 0952. So I don't need to gem or enchant spell hit. If you're going the toughness build, you need to get the spell hit, the 3% spell hit from gems and enchants. And you would go with this spell hit to glove enchant. And then 3 spell hit yellow gems. But since I'm not, I'm going with the healing. For legs, 66 healing, 20 stamina, standard. Board speed to boots, pretty standard. I would highly recommend going enchanting for the ring enchants. You get an extra 40 total healing from those. So really, really good. It's pretty much the only profession you like need to have as a Resto Shaman. I am going jewel crafting. It's my second one, and we'll talk about gems here. So as an orc shaman, I have enough stun resist, I think, and I prefer the intellect and chance to restore mana on spellcast. When that procs, you get 300 mana back. So love that. My go-to gem is it's the 9 healing and 2 mana per 5 gem. It's a purple gem, goes in a blue or red socket. Very good gem for a Resto Shaman. Yellow sockets. I do have a couple resil gems in here. So yeah, my resil is just a little low, and I'll talk about these gems here in a second. These are PvE gems. But yeah, it's good to throw in some 8 resil gems. You could also throw in stamina and resilience, the green gem, into the yellow socket. I think that's a really good option as well, assuming your resil isn't too low. All right, the shoulder gems, I've got the 26 healing jewel crafting gem. I think it's definitely worth it. If you're jewel crafting, it's just a lot of healing, 26 healing from one gem. And the 10 resil gem, that's from the Nagrand. You do PvP Nagrand, and you get the marks to turn in. That's how you get that 10 resil gem. Over here, we've got the 18 stamina gem, which is from jewel crafting. I have the 11 healing and 2 mana per 5 epic gem. I think that's from Slave Pen's Heroic. And then just another healing and mana per 5. Over here, the healing and 4 resil gem. That's the epic gem from Arcatraz Heroic. And as you can see, my healing is like ridiculous. 1840 unbuffed. Without the spell power totem. It's just, it's insane. And like spell crit's decent. Mana per 5, this is 109 mana per 5 while casting. In season 1, I had 75 mana per 5 while casting. So this is like 45% more MP5 than in season 1. And because of how much the healing and mana per 5 is, I'm actually considering trading out some gems for more survivability. But I'll talk about that. I'll talk about it here. So the healing and intellect gems, then there's that epic healing and intellect gem there as well. I have those in the yellow gems here. And then the blue gems, I have the healing and mana per 5. There is also a 15 stamina healing gem, or healing gem. There's a 15 stamina gem that you can put in a blue socket as well, which I might mess around with that as well. For these are PvE pieces, and I'd imagine your guild, if you're raiding, they wouldn't want you to have like stamina and resil in here. So I put these gems in here. I do think they're good for arena. I'm gonna have to try them out and see, but I am considering swapping some of these gems for either stamina or stamina and resilience. depending on how everything feels in Arena, I'm gonna have to feel it out. I haven't played Season 2 before. I haven't had this gear before. But I do think these sockets might be good. But I'm gonna try this throughout the season, assuming I get the gear, and maybe end of season I'll swap the gems for more survivability. It kind of just depends how easy it is for me to live. I mean, with this amount of healing and mana regen, I feel like I'll be able to keep myself up pretty easily. But if you are struggling with survival, definitely feel free to swap out these gems for more stam and more resil. I think that's a great option. All right, so we talked about enchants, gems, the gearing. All right, let's just go over the gear path. So which pieces to replace first. The amount of points you get per season is very high. So you're gonna probably have plenty of time. You'll have plenty of extra points even at the end of the season to get all the gear. But if you want to gear up in a way that makes most sense, I would say, let's see. Honestly, replacing the shield would be a really good first option, especially if you don't have a good shield already. But even if you do, even if you have the shield from chess event in Kara, this is giving you like 1,000 more armor. You're going to be way tankier against melee. And a lot of the melee, I mean, I'm thinking about people who have Storm Herald in their sights, like any warrior. They're going to be pumping like right out the gates. So that extra armor would be really good. You are losing mana per 5, so there is that, but it's a really, really solid shield. Besides that, I would say for arena points, you're going to want to get the chest and the helmet first. Those are the resto pieces. They're going to give really good upgrades for healing. Your mana per 5 will go up. So yeah, I would go with those first. Either one, they're pretty much the same. From there, you're not really going to get the... Okay, if you're raiding, I would hold off on getting the Merciless Mace if you have a chance to getting the Light Fathom Scepter. So I would go helm, chest, shoulders, gloves, in that order, probably. And the shield, might even start with the shield. Depending on what shield you have and the mana regen. Like if you get, the thing about, okay, if you start the shield first, your mana regen is going to take a hit. You're going to lose 8 mana per 5 from the chest shield. So it might be good to pick up one of these PvE pieces first. You are gaining some mana per 5 elsewhere as well, but I would definitely put the shield high up there. And then for your armor, like I said, helm, chest, shoulders, gloves. If you can't get shoulders, get the PvE ones and go for the ringmail PvP legs. In terms of the honor gear, I mean, I would probably go with the ring first. And then neck, and then bracers. Yeah, like that. And yeah, I think that's about it. You're not really getting much honor gear in phase 2 because you're gonna want this belt, these boots. You're not even gonna want the Merciless Mace. So in terms of farming arena points and farming honor, you don't have that much to farm. A lot of the big pieces are going to be from PvE. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to get in the raids as fast as you can. But yeah, this is my BIS list. This is just my BIS list. I know I'm not what every other shaman, like if you look on EU, all those shamans are playing toughness. I personally value healing way more. And if you're toughness, you're losing the healing to gloves. You're losing you need 3 hit gems. So you're missing out on more healing due to that. And by hit gems, I mean spell hit gems. But yeah, with this build, you're going to have insane healing, insane mana per 5. Your stamina and intellect are decent. Your resil is a little low, but I'm very much excited to playing like this. Uh, might change out these gems for a bit more healing, a bit more resil. Not healing, sorry, a bit more stamina, a bit more resil. Get closer to 10k unbuffed. Maybe push this up to like 340, something like that. But yeah, I'm really excited for season 2 for this gear. I mean, I play with the paladin a lot of the time with Blessing of Kings. It does put me over 10,000 health, 10,000 mana, which is awesome. So, and then I mean, water shield. You can see the mana regen. This is while casting, by the way, 159. So you're gonna be you're gonna have so much more mana regen this season, so much more healing. If a team is going on anyone on your team besides you, or even you, you'll be able to keep them up like way easier, and you'll find that your mana is gonna be a lot more consistent as well. You're not gonna be going out of mana nearly as fast. This is like if you're full bist out at the end of the season, but yeah, I'm super excited for season 2, and yeah, hope you guys have a great season. I'll see you there.